Wow, this is insane. I was expecting to visit a market, but it looks like a small city.
It is a market, and it's where a big part of Beijing's fresh food begins its journey.
This place must be under a lot of pressure, especially considering that the Spring Festival is just around the corner.
Exactly. As demand spikes ahead of the holiday, the big question is how a megacity like Beijing keeps fresh food flowing every single day. I'm Luana.
I'm Tom.
And today we're taking you inside Beijing's Xinfadi, one of the largest wholesale markets in China and even in Asia.
That's great.
How much is it in the United States?
Well, it's definitely much more expensive in the United States. It's a good price here. 运过来多久?
在山东运过来大概10个小时。
So how long would it stay here?
Sometimes just a few hours, and many of these were still in the field yesterday. Keeping them fresh isn't just about farming, it's about the speed.
Wow, and how does it really work?
Xinfadi sources vegetables, fruit and other agricultural products mainly from across China. A key factor is the improvement of cold chain logistics. Through advances in pre-cooling and preservation technologies, we've significantly extended the shelf life of fresh produce. For delicate fruits like blueberries and strawberries, better cold chain systems have made a real difference. We've also reshaped the supply chain by sorting, grading and packaging products directly at the source, based on the needs of different sales channels. This allows goods to move straight into circulation once they arrive, improving efficiency and responding faster to changes of the demand.
This doesn't look like a traditional market anymore.
It isn't, it's a live streaming hub. Xinfadi Wholesale Market now connects farms, cold storage, online orders and cities all in one place.
The variety here is kind of stunning.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of foreigners say that Chinese market don't just feel like supermarkets, but more like a living food museum.
Wow.
After the founding of the People's Republic of China, the rapid growth of urban populations make vegetable supply an increasingly urgent livelihood challenge. In winter especially, seasonal imbalances between supply and demand weigh heavily on people's daily dining in northern China.
In the past, we stored ginger the conventional way, in cellars. We dug cellars about 2 meters deep, trimmed the ginger by hand, and covered it in sand. It was labor-intensive and inconvenient.
Back then, we used to pickle cabbages and radishes in large jars every summer. Winters were extremely cold and fresh vegetables were hard to come by, so these pickles became our main source of vegetables. When winter came, we would take some out, soak them in cold water to remove the salt, then cook and reserve the vegetables in a pot. Whenever we wanted to eat, we would heat up some.
I've lived in Shiheyan and have been buying groceries here. When I was young, we had to stock up on cabbage for winter. From November, we would store about 150 kilos of cabbages, pile them in the yard and cover them with a quilt. Take one at a time to cook. When it got really cold, the cabbages even froze.
In 1988, the Chinese government launched the Vegetable Basket Project, making the supply of daily food a key performance indicator for mayors. Local governments were encouraged to develop suburban vegetable production bases to ensure stable local supply. Plastic greenhouses and solar-heated greenhouses gradually spread across northern China, enabling off-season production. As a result, vegetable varieties expanded from a handful of staples to dozens of options.
I see the Vegetable Basket Project as a great policy, but my question is, since China has a huge population of 1.4 billion, I am wondering what the country has done to produce such a big amount of vegetables and fruits to ensure the stable supply.
You got the point. Over the past decades, China has gradually built 6 major vegetable producing regions, each based on local climate and natural advantages. Production is staggered by latitude and season, so when one region is off-season, another is coming online. And that's how vegetable can be supplied continuously, year-round, instead of all at once. Today, vegetable production bases are bidding farewell to a heavy reliance on weather through a coordinated suite of technological solutions. Full process mechanization is increasingly adopted in the fields, with agricultural machinery efficiently handling everything from transplanting to harvesting, significantly boosting productivity. Inside vegetable greenhouses, smart facilities and precision management have become the norm. IoT sensors and AI systems automatically regulate lighting, temperature, irrigation, and fertilization, creating an ideal home for crops. Meanwhile, high-yield, disease-resistant varieties suitable for mechanical harvesting are continuously bred and promoted, forming the backbone of output growth.
That is amazing. China is a country of vast land. How can China make sure the food is fresh from the farm to the table?
Beyond production, the government has also ramped up investment in cold chain infrastructure. This effectively curbs spoilage and significantly reduces losses. An increasingly well-connected transportation network further supports the system. Fresh vegetables travel from fields to dining tables via railway cold chain services. Dedicated green channels on highways and multimodal transport networks reaching households across the country. Thanks to all the policies in sci-tech empowerment, China's household basket of vegetables and fruits can stay fresh and plentiful.
Now there are way more varieties and everything is fresher. You can come and buy whatever you want. Vegetables are especially fresh, so we won't store food for winter anymore.
I think the government's vegetable basket project has really benefited people. Now we can have fresh vegetables all year round. It's totally different from before, when there were no fresh vegetables in winter. Now there's no need to stock up anymore. All kinds of fresh vegetables are on our dining tables, and our living standards have improved a lot.
Since the launch of Vegetable Basket Project, China has seen a sharp growth of vegetable consumption over the past decades, which also reflects the country's tremendous expansion of vegetable supply.
I've noticed that vegetable prices here don't swing wildly like in some other countries. How is that possible?
That's by design. Price stability is a key goal of China's food security system. The government uses a multi-layered approach. A real-time monitoring system tracks prices across major markets. If prices rise too fast in one region, the system triggers alert. The large markets maintain vegetable reserves. During bad weather or holidays, when prices typically spike, these reserves are released to increase supply and calm the market. To reduce costs, trucks carrying fresh produce enjoy nationwide toll-free green channels. This cuts transportation costs, and the savings also benefit the consumers. When extreme weather damages crops, farmers receive subsidies to replant quickly, preventing supply gaps. In some cities, low-income residents get direct subsidies to offset temporary price increases.
So it's a mix of market intelligence, physical reserves, and cost control.
Exactly. The goal isn't to suppress the market, but to smooth out volatility, ensuring that a tomato in winter doesn't cost 5 times its summer price. Just decades ago, China faced food shortages. Today, we're not just feeding everyone, we're providing diversity, safety, and year-round supply. This shift didn't just happen by chance. It's the result of strategic planning, agricultural innovation, and infrastructure investment.
What struck me isn't just the abundance, but the system behind it.
And it's a system that keeps evolving, smarter, greener, and more resilient. For China, feeding 1.4 billion isn't just a challenge, but a promise to keep.